Here we go, my first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Starting in small forward, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 13, Marcus Morris. The other forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 23, Asa Ilyasova. At shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 20, Jody Neese. From Oak Hill Academy in Virginia, this guard stands 6'1", feet Pistons 7, Brandon Jennings. The center at 6'11" out of UConn, having big fun around the rim. This is Andre Drummond. Stan Van Gundy is your head coach. Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Coming in off the road, the Pistons are back in Detroit for this game. And the fulfillment of a lifelong dream, a special individual taking to the hardwood as we'll get to watch the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
You know, and what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. But even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
So on the floor for Utah. And that's the very first basket right there, folks, of what is hopefully a very long and a very prosperous career from Freak.
You know, there should be a lot more of those ahead. I mean, he's no flash in the pan, guys. I mean, he's going to be around this league a long time.
Certainly appears that way to me, too. I mean, he's got the confidence and ability of a player who's capable of being a fixture in this league for years.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
One of the worst in the league a season ago, just 72%.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
And he's good on the second. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jackson kicks to Johnson. Back to Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Johnson attacking. Here's Baines. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Baines has got his first 2 points of the night. Jazz trail by 5. Exum kicks to Freak. Down low, Miles, blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And here's Jackson. 9-point game his last outing. Now the dish to Caldwell Pope. Off target from outside. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game. You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective from most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Johnson is out there with Anthony Tolliver. And it's Baines in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And he gets the bucket. Caldwell Pope's got his second basket of the night.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that? And guys, you know, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
5 to shoot. Exum passes to Freak. A 3-ball. No luck. Johnson with some nice D.
Boy, he's got a nice looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
On the topic of Caldwell Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college grade, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay in attack mode to reach the next level in his development. And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts at Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
Now getting back to Jackson, he showed several times last season that he has that starter ability. The Thunder knew they wouldn't have the money to re-sign him, Clark, in free agency, so they traded him to avoid losing him for nothing.
Yeah, and that's a good move. And with the Pistons, Jackson finished the season strong, while the Thunder, without Jackson or Durant's contributions, missed the playoffs for the first time in years.
6 on the shot clock. And it's Freak missing.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
The pass to Lyles. They set the screen, and it's Exum in the corner. He feeds it to Freak. The 3. Rebound, Detroit. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan, and they never figured out how to attack the defense in that one.
From deep three-point range, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so that brings...
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. We've been cold as the Arctic from three-point range.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the ball.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground game. It's a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Johnson comes in for Marcus Morris. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Meeks. And it's Jackson in for Brandon Jennings. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Lyles checked in for Rudy Gobert. Booker comes in for Derek Favors. Freaks checked in for Alec Burks. And it's Exum in for Trey Burke. Taking a look at the Jazz. Freak in at small forward. Hayward out there with Exum. Then there's Trevor Booker. To the middle, here's Johnson. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Freak. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. What a shot.
The 2K Sports post-game show.